Thank you so much. What a thrill. What an absolute thrill. Thank you very much, Tom, for your words and insults. Rest assured, I'm not the first man who's ever had to smile politely while Tom Ballard sweats and blusters his way to an unsatisfying climax. But look, no, seriously, this is a controversial way to open a debate, but I actually agree with pretty much everything Tom just said. It's true, I certainly agree that fake news exists. You know, I'm a father of 2 children. I do fake news every day. I produce it. Ooh, what a lovely painting you've drawn. Oh, this burnt chocolate cake is delicious. Ooh, I am your biological father. You know, little fibs just throughout the day. But I don't just make fake news. My friends, I make fake news and I read fake news. I'm a fake news junkie. I love it. I smack fake news up like a man who shouldn't be using drug metaphors because he's out of his depth. But here's the thing, my friends. No amount of outrageous, fictional news stories can ever compete with the beauty and the horror of the real world. A world in which the American president can be a reality TV star. A world in which the Australian Minister for Women can be a man. A world in which the inspiration for a brand new fragrance can be Delta Goodrem. The world's a wonderful place, and I'll be proving that tonight with my wonderful teammates, the incomparable Rhys, Nicholson, the fabulous Janelle James. Let's hear it for them. Yeah. I have handpicked this team of debaters tonight, not just for their searing wit and intellect, but because it means from now on every attack from the affirmative side will be seen as both racist and homophobic. Which would not go down well with our adjudicator. Ladies and gentlemen, we, the negative team, believe that you don't got to fake news to make news because truth beats fiction. During the first sitting of federal parliament in 1901, oh yeah, I'm going there! A minister was making a speech. Okay, this is true. Making a speech, and an opposition member was blind drunk, sitting in the benches heckling him, then fell asleep. So the minister walked over to the member, unzipped his fly, and urinated in his ear. That actually happened. Now, thankfully, since then, politicians have stopped pissing in each other's ears and have started pissing all over the hopes and dreams of a nation, but it's a tradition that's gone on for years, passed on from Prime Minister to Prime Minister. You know, Barton, Deakin, Watson, Reid, Fisher, Cook, Hughes, Bruce, Scullin, Lyons, Page, Menzies, Fadden, Curtin, Ford, Chifley, Holt, McEwen, Gordon, McMahon, Whitlam, Fraser, Hawke, Keating, Howard, Rudd, Gillard, Abbott, Turnbull, everyone. A golden shower raining down upon our nation. But it all started with that first initial ear piss. It's true, you look it up, Google it. Don't Google golden shower, Google ear piss. And that just goes to show that truth beats fiction, because no fake news story can impress me once I remember that a member once pulled out his member and pissed on a member. Incidentally, they've actually bottled some of that Prime Ministerial urine and it's now available for purchase. Now, this is a classic example of a fake news story. Am I actually suggesting that Delta's new fragrance is made up of politicians' piss? Of course not. I'm just being silly, and I wish Delta and her bank balance all the very best. But this is how fake news starts. You know, someone makes a joke, then someone takes it out of context, they skew the facts, and before you know it, suddenly it's reported as if it was the truth. But of course, these days it's hard to tell fact from fiction, you know. It used to be so simple, my friends. If you wanted a fact, you just went to the library. For the younger generation, a library was a building that contained books, and and a book was like, imagine 1,000 iPads squished together, really. And so the teacher would take the book. Sorry, a teacher was someone who was well paid and respected by the government. It's a silly thing. But anyway, you went to the library, and there'd be fiction, and there'd be non-fiction, and there'd be pornography. Or as the librarian called it, National Geographic. But it was the 90s, we had to make do. And you'd grab your book, you'd sit down, you'd eat your Dunkaroos, and you'd read your facts. Dunkaroos were the lunchtime treat for kids who couldn't pronounce le snack. Oh. The point is, my friends, the world was a simpler place, but over the years, the dog of fiction has been relentlessly humping the leg of truth. And now we don't know what's fake news and what's real news. I mean, where do most Australians get their news from these days? Carrie Bickmore. Carrie Bickmore, who started out on the radio doing real news, then went to Rove Live doing fake news, and is now on The Project doing... very bit more. You lied to me once on Rove, how can I trust you again? And how do the Australian viewing public, how do we respond to this flagrant disregard for journalistic integrity? Do we punish her? Do we sanction her? No, we give her a gold logie. The Logies, my friends. You want a fake news story, just go to the Logies. Oh, coming up, we have an amazing international guest. No, it's Michael Bublé again. Okay? Sorry, clearly I'm just a bit upset I didn't get invited to the Logies this year. Oh, what's that? Online political parodies don't count. Okay. Just give me a Logie for most outstanding use of a mime phone, because I'm pretty good at that. Thank you. I want everyone now to have some fun. I want you, here and at home, just close your eyes, okay? And think about the last fake news story you read. It's not a cinema, I can see you're not doing it, but that's the point. You can't think about it because no one remembers fake news. It comes and it goes, but real news stays with you. My friends, everyone remembers where they were when Princess Diana died. Everyone remembers where they were on 9/11. Everyone remembers where they were when Hey Hey It's Saturday launched a comeback special featuring a group of performers in blackface. Janelle, welcome to our country. But to be fair, that is some of Tom Ballard's finest work, and you did a good job. You did a good job.
Thank you.
But nobody remembers where they were, my friends, when the Pope endorsed Donald Trump for president. Because the Pope never endorsed Donald Trump for president. That was fake news. Anyway, the Pope was far too busy endorsing an archaic power structure that prevents women from ever becoming priests, which in the Vatican is known as grabbing them by the spiritual pussy. Truth beats fiction, my friends, and I should know because for the past year I have been engaged in a grand experiment. I have a confession to make tonight, and this is pretty full on, so sit down. You are, well done. And look, I am not who I say I am. I have been leading a double life. I am Liberal Senator James Patterson. Oh! Now, I don't just look like him, he's not my brother. This is me, I am him, we are he. I invented him as a character with my friends at the pub a few years ago. It was my wacky, arch-neo-conservative, liberal, privileged white male character. And I called him James Patterson. And my mates would laugh and they'd say, pull out your James Patto, Sammy. I'd jump up on the table, slick my hair back, give it a bit of anti-18C gear. They love it. We'd all clink our tankards of mead and roll on home. And then last year, the election came over. There was a Senate vacancy and they're like, Sammy, you should run, do it. And so I ran, I got elected, and bloody now I'm living this Mrs. Doubtfire-esque double life where I'm comedy at night time and up to Canberra for the Senate estimates. It's exhausting, okay? But the point is, Senator James Patterson is himself a fake news story, being as he is me, and yet not one mainstream media outlet has picked up on this. Which just goes to show you don't have to fake news to make news, because sometimes fake news doesn't even make news. Truth beats fiction. Reality is glorious. The world is a wonderful place. If fake news was a person, it would be the drunk guy at the end of the bar shouting abuse at passers-by. Oh, Hillary Clinton sold weapons to ISIS. OK, Barry, you've had enough to drink. Oh, climate change causes autism. OK, Barry, you're confusing your conspiracy theories now. Shut up, Sammy J, you're not funny without the puppets. How dare you, Barry? Oh, go on, why don't you stop impersonating me? You wouldn't have the balls. See, you can't do it, you're still doing it. Get out of my head, fictional drunk barman. Make me, fine. Ring, 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 ring. Hello? I got the mime logie. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I think that was Michael Bublé. Ladies and gentlemen, fake news is nothing more than a journalistic one-night stand. It feels good in the moment, but it leaves you in the morning with a sore head and a rash. But real news tucks you into bed, kisses you goodnight, sings you a lullaby, and then, once you've drifted off to sleep, it ever so gently pisses in your ear. Thank you.